Going live. All right, let me pull up the chat here. I'm gonna be working on. Let me turn. I'm gonna be working on puzzle stream, or what is it? Puzzle storm. All right. Try to make the board smaller. If anybody wants to challenge me, you are more than welcome to. You can challenge me on Lee Chess, just ChessDiagnostic, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm just having some fun here, playing some oldies. All right, let's see. Take. It's a free rook. I think I might have to make this smaller. Huh. Win a piece. Oh. My main problem is I'm too slow on the mouse. I ordered another mouse. Oh, I gotta check first. I'm not necessarily going for a specific goal here. Just trying to work on basic tactics, have some fun. And if anybody wants to challenge and play, then more than welcome to. To do here. I feel like you take and then take, win the rook. What am I missing here? Oh, the bishop. So you can just take. Win the bishop. Pin the knight. You got a queen. Oh, win the queen. Oh, I meant to go rook to e7. All right. Those endgames require some calculation. What to do here? Oh, I keep overshooting by one move because of this mouse. Very frustrating. Okay. Win a piece. Oh, I'm going pretty slow here. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, I should have took with the bishop. Dang it. 43. All right. I'm trying to get to like a stable 50 and go from there. I think I was able to get 57 once. But I'm trying to review what I get wrong here. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. Oh. Okay, you can take a check. What did I get wrong? Yeah, okay. Take. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, starting again. I think I'll definitely score better when I get a better mouse. This is a little different than the Puzzle Rush. Alright, take. Queen. Right. Checkmate. That's horrible. What is that? Alright. Sometimes it's easier than it looks, I guess. Don't overthink it. I wouldn't give away my queen if you lost an exchange. That's not very bright. Removing the guard. Oh, that was really dumb. I could have just took if he pushed. Okay, let's see. That was so bad. Ah. What did I miss there? I thought you just go over. That's what I did. Yeah, checkmate. Hello, Arda. I don't even know if anybody's here. I'm just streaming for fun, solving these puzzles. If anybody wants to play me, you can challenge me. I don't know if the music and me talking is balanced, so if the music's too loud, just let me know. I'm playing some oldies. Like surreal oldies. Maybe I'll put something else on. Let's change it up. Alright, I'm trying to get to 50 consistently on the puzzle storm.
My secret weapon has just arrived.
What is this? What is this here? Okay, that's too loud. Alright, let's turn that down. There we go. Alright, play again. Puzzle storm. Oh, hold on a sec. Alright, now the main problem with getting to a high puzzle storm today is that I'm eating a banana, but I have a teacup, I have a lemon, and I have some espoon. So it's always best to drink tequila in a teacup. Because then you look like you're drinking tea. See? Drinking and playing chess is about the most fun you'll ever have in life. Alright, we got it. Looks like somebody challenged me, so I'm going to play here. If you are still there. Alright. Play C5. C5. Takes. Got the knight to C3. Put pressure on C3. Wasn't this a line I talked about in the Sicilian Con video? It's all kind of badness. Alright, calculate this here. I'm a little undeveloped, so we just got to be careful. But yes, I actually talked about this line in. Okay, that was a good move. You do have the bishop pair. Yeah, I misplayed this somehow. I think you had bishop to c5. All right. Threatening knight to b4. Sometimes it's hard to talk about not learning openings when you know a line, and then you end up with a much better position because of it. I will say that when the reason I was able to get over 2,000 was because I did learn some lines, but I don't know, it's complicated because I feel like if I spent most of my time just studying master games and playing with tactics and stuff. So I don't know. It's hard to know exactly what leads to improvement at certain levels. I think just being in chess and taking it seriously with your analysis and trying to be objective is probably the most important thing. That was actually pretty good. Covered b4. Now you have these active bishops. I feel like there's some kind of shot here. Yeah. What do I want to do? He's threatening bishop 2. b6. I was thinking about the knight. He plays there. I take. Pawn. I don't think that works. I'll go for it. Why not? Let's try it. If you drink tequila, you can't forget the banana. All right, so bishop here takes. Let's see here. I was thinking about something like bishop check, check here. I'm just hoping to drive the king out. Check. I don't know if this works. It looks dangerous for white, though. I feel like that wins a queen. I misplayed this somehow, though. I mean, winning a queen is nice, but... I think... Oh, I was supposed to check... Sorry, I have a mouthful of banana. I was supposed to check with the bishop. He goes there. I check it with... Here, let me... I have to do the analysis. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay. I check with the bishop. Alright. And then if he goes over, I get it discovered. And win the rook, it looks like. Or at least... he plays... Yeah, rook to d3. Alright. Let's do a quick analysis of this game. And I'll take a next challenge. I know I messed up somewhere. I think bishop to c5, actually. Alright, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go back here. Alright, so it looks like the computer evaluates bishop to c5. You just bring the bishop back anyway. Alright. Next one. This might be too hard for me. Alright. c5. See, it looks like I'm drinking tea. A6. What is this music? I'm getting a lot of cons. Yeah, I should have... Well, bishop to c3. I should have checked with the bishop. Again, the thought process. I should have brought another piece into the game instead of using the queen. Why are you guys playing this structure as white? I have a video covering this, like, this exact variation about the Sicilian Khan. I was recommending to not play this as white. If we drink tequila, you should make sure that you eat a banana. Okay. This is like the... Are people trolling me here? Okay. So e5, now I get the fork. You can play here, but I just take it. Maybe we'll get a really... Okay. Should have attacked my bishop, maybe. Because now you lose another piece. I would say, like, go back here. Probably the best would be to, let's see. Instead of knight to f5, you just let me take. Bishop takes. And then you can cause... Well, I guess you take this pawn. You can cause all kinds of problems. It's still not easy to win in an endgame. But, I mean, this is... Alright, what do I want to do here? I think I could just castle anyway. Yeah. Because I can just take. It's still pinned. And I keep my king safe. As white, you should play the g3 variation against the Sicilian Khan. It's all you need to know is that you should let you can let your opponent take on c3, and then he trades his dark square bishop. You get the dark square bishop, and you play on the queen side. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Oh, I missed that. I missed that. What to do now? What to do now? Very nice tactic. Is there a way to save? Is there a way to keep the extra 2 pieces? I'm not sure. I'm thinking either queen here, queen here, queen here. He can play c3. Okay, I think, yeah. I think if I play here. Because if he goes c3, then it's Discovery. Discoveryville. Discovery Channel, maybe. I don't even know if that's a thing. I used to watch the Discovery Channel. I only watched one show. It was about fighter jets. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. But then I learned you gotta be in the military, and I'm a little too free for that. All right. That was a discovery on the queen. You can move it over, but then I get a 3rd piece. The Italian is excellent. The Italian is excellent. Alright, I'm gonna take... Alright, 16... Let me turn this music down a little bit. Alright. Where am I? Okay. We get the Najdorf. I like to play kind of the old style with f4. I don't really know too much about it, but I know the basic structure. The idea is you just play queen to f3, bishop here, castle queenside. It's a very aggressive way to play. The only downside is it lets black go for the poison pawn, and if he knows a lot of theory, then... That's actually what happened to me at the World Open in 2017. Okay, well... I don't know, that just seems right. Because now I can play here, and I have a double attack. Queen, and also hitting here. Gotta be careful. We'll go for it. If he brings the bishop up, I can go here and then escape some way. Because he doesn't have a dark square bishop, so... What do I want to do here? Could castle queenside. It could be a dangerous pawn, though. Let's see, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to castle queenside. I can play bishop back if he plays here. And actually, I realize he can't move the bishop here because then his rook's hanging. And then the queen and the bishop coordinate along here. Yeah, true. I could, yeah, I can. I already won a rook, so I'll get another rook, even if I have to give my queen up. If I can keep the queen, that would be the best, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna bring the rook to the center. Just activate those pieces. Yeah, actually, if somebody asks about the Italian... Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to be as accurate as possible, but the positions are very complicated, so... Alright, I think that's actually a lost tactic. It's kind of crazy, but it looks like I win the queen. If the bishop takes, then I take the queen. If the knight... Well, the knight can't take, because it's pinned. If somebody's stream sniping and watching this, I didn't want them to see that, so let's see what they do. Yeah. Tactics. But thanks for your nice comment. I don't know how to say the HUDIF. HUD, Housing of Urban Development. Alright, it's always nice to have an extra queen and a rook. I guess for practical purposes. I'm going to take here and just... Now he can't play g5, ruins his pawn structure. I guess I'll just take that pawn. Oh, it looks like this guy beat me before. When did we play? That must have been a while ago. Hey, if somebody beats me and they're a watcher of my channel, then that's a good feeling, actually. Alright, so this would be interesting. I could just take the pawn, but I was thinking about going bishop to g6. If he moves the bishop, I can take, and then I win the rook. And I'm also threatening here. Takes. Okay, well, good game. Good game. All right, let's take a 2000. I'm drinking tequila, buddy. So go easy on me. I mean, I'm drinking tea, I guess. Tequila. Somebody should start that brand. That'd be hilarious. You come with a lot of business ideas when you drink and play chess. At least I do. Oh, what is this? The Paulson? Okay. This is kind of my pet trick. People are exposing me here. Oh, it was a bullet game? Yeah, well, I had, for the longest time, I could not get over 2000. for the life of me. I don't know why. I could not get over 2000 bullet. And I recently just ordered a new mouse, and I figured it's because, well, first off, I don't really care to play that fast. Like if somebody goes on a time scramble, I just just go, okay. Of course, you play a lot worse in bullet. Normally, a black would just take the pawn here, but you gotta be careful. See, when you win a lot of material, your opponent gets really active, and that's actually the moment when you have to be the most vigilant, because your opponent gets really active. You have the material, but it's going to take, you know, a long time to see it, to see the ramifications of that in the end game, and your opponent can actually seize that initiative. So, I mean, that's why I talk about piece activity, because material is important, but oh wow, yeah, I played a lot of Blitz games. Oh, see, okay, see, he forgot that I could take. Yeah, well, good game. Uh, what is that? Dio Boluz. All right, we gotta. I'll play E4. Maybe I'll play some D4 games. I actually really much enjoy playing D4 more than E4. I see why a lot of, as you get stronger, I see why people... Yes. Queen B7. You win back an exchange. You win back the knight. That's the correct move. It's still hard. It's still hard for white, but that's kind of a pet line that I know. This is like exposing what I know in terms of the opening. A lot of players, especially you play that, they think you're giving away a pawn. All right. What do I want to do here? All right, I'll just play rook to E1. Protect the pawn. I really hate the Berlin defense. That's one thing. Like the London system and the Berlin defense, not a big fan of those. Take there. Now see this player, he's not focusing on the basic things in the opening. I've already castled. My queen side's undeveloped, but in terms of him, I have this rook bearing down, and he's really not developed at all. I don't know. I'm misplaying this somehow, though. Yeah, I'm one move too late. It's fine. Rage Against the Machine. Alright, I'm just gonna take. I guess he could castle queenside. I forgot about that. Let's see here. I'm gonna play here. Threatening. I missed something. Just give away a piece. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest. Just castle. But maybe you could try queen. You could have tried to hang on to the piece. And then you would have controlled here. Although, yeah, it's some problems. Um, oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm streaming only on YouTube right now, but I did order a program so I could stream on Twitch. I guess it's like StreamYard or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm a boomer when it comes to that stuff, so I'm trying to figure it all out. Eventually, hopefully by the end of this month, if I stream, I'm able to stream on Twitch and YouTube. All right, we'll just go into an endgame. This is clearly one with an extra piece and pawn. What do I want to do? Let's bring the king over. It looks. Oh, I see. That's cool. It looks like Lee Chess finally had the application. And for some reason, for years, I was trying to apply to be a streamer on Lee Chess, but I actually messaged the contact team and they said that everything was messed up with my profile, just mine. So it was kind of weird because I get a 404 page and I couldn't apply, and then I just said, okay, whatever. I guess it doesn't work today. So I messaged them and they went above and beyond for me. Okay. All right, you really should have kept the rook, because now my king can just come in and take everything. I mean, this endgame you can just play automatically. There's no way he's getting in with these pawns. I should have just took that pawn. Good game. Let's do a quick analysis of that. Yeah, so this opening was actually quite interesting. All right. Let's turn the computer on. I always like to be objective because honestly I don't know what's going on. All right, so it looks like actually white was winning right away with knight to e5. Knight takes e5. What should he have played instead? Oh, here. Okay, I knew I had seen this before. Yeah, knight to d4, just playing in the center. Yeah, you don't. Okay, here you don't want to open things up when you're playing and you're behind in development. Don't play something like here. The martial attack. Oh, here's what I would recommend. Instead of if you don't want to play the Italian game, learn the martial attack as black. I played against a 1500 player and they knew like 20 or 25 or 30 moves of theory, and I just could not solve it all. And they just blew me off the board. I wouldn't say learn a bunch of theory, but the martial attack, it will teach you a lot about attacking and the initiative and giving up a pawn, but now is not the position to do it. All right, I didn't think I'd have this many people. Okay, let's see. Friendly Dinosaur. I like that name. I honestly don't know what's going on. Well, you're in a problem with the pin on the e file from earlier. You should have just castled quicker, not opened the game up, I guess. Let's see. It looks like we got kind of a the Mora Gambit is what this looks like it transposed into, because he eventually played c3, correct? Yeah. I actually like this structure against the Mora, the Smith, what is it, the Smith-Mora Gambit. It's hard to play against because white has an initiative, he has a lot of pressure, and sometimes you have to give up this d6 pawn. But it's much better than a lot of the other lines that give white just so much attacking chances. Okay, I will play you next game for sure, Patrick. Definitely. I need to make some more videos covering that kind of level, because I realize there's so many players that, you know, because that's something I could definitely do, especially on my channel, where I kind of like talk about general stuff. And I mean, the reason I do that is because obviously I'm not a grandmaster and I don't know like a million things about specific stuff. And actually, to be honest, if I'm honest, it doesn't really interest me that much, because it's just a lot of memorization and learning specifics. For me, chess is kind of a logic exercise where you can apply your own thought process, and I find that fascinating. Okay. Of course, you have to learn information to play chess, but I like to learn it by understanding it, I guess I would say. Because I think there was a video of Sam Shanklin was saying, like, if you want to be a grandmaster, you basically have to just sit in front of chess base, you know, memorize openings, do a lot of that kind of stuff. And I watched a banter blitz of him, and man, I mean, he knows everything about every opening, it seems. It's just insane. And it's almost like, if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. And to me, that's kind of like, it's like a spelling bee. Like, did you memorize, you know, the dictionary? Yeah, not my bag. All right, so we have a3. That does provide a hole here. You should be more aggressive here in the center, putting pressure on this d6 pawn. That should be your main focus. 2 bishops ending. Oh, wow, I haven't made a video about that. That's true. I really should at some point. I did make one about the bishop and knight. All right, he's going to play f4. Well, I'm going to try to meet it with my own f5. We'll see what happens. I feel like taking and bringing my knight to e5 is actually the correct decision. Because, yeah, I don't know, that just seems right. He's kind of weakening his structure. That pawn there. I do have this weak pawn, but I mean, that's a given. Yeah, well, you have to take into account the isolated weak d6 pawn is in the Smith-Morra gambit, a common thing, and that's after white gave away a pawn. So he kind of devotes all of his energy to winning back a pawn that he gave away. Spelling bee is more memorization. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I'm not... Okay, let's see. Just take a check. Alright, so obviously he's threatening something like Discovery. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm not sure. This does not look good. I guess I'll give material back. Now I'm in a time scramble. I really gotta focus. Okay, well, at least I'll win the material back. Get a pass pawn. All right. Oh, dang it. That was horrible. That was really bad. All right. I'm not focusing here. Okay, let's see. I do have a pass pawn, though. Oh, there's an increment. I forgot about that. Well, he just... That was horrible. Okay. I thought this good game. I thought this was 3-0, so I was just trying to time you out. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, why didn't I just take this pawn? Duh. All right, let me accept Pat chess. All right. Let me see. Okay. Patrick, you are up. Okay, maybe I'll play e5. Wow, 3+2. I never play that. That is way different than 3+0. Your opponent just keeps going. He just keeps getting time. I'm not used to that. I always play without an increment. All right, let's see. I'm in like a. Is this like a Philidor? My thought was to just castle queenside. If he takes here, yeah, okay. What to do? Well, I misevaluated that. Now I really can't castle queenside. I mean, I could, but this looks bad. Play on the queen side now. I can make a mess of things with here. How to play this? Thinking about rerouting the bishop. If he takes with the knight, I can play here. Yeah, white definitely is better in this position. Let's see. I need to find some way to get this dark square bishop active. Looking at some moves here. I would love to reroute this knight to something like here, or get it on d4. A quick, yeah, okay, let's see. How is a 700 playing like this? That's my question. You play really good. Man. Never seen a 700 play like this. All right. Try to chase the queen around. If you don't have a space in the center on the side, then it kind of gave me the dark squares with that, though. I feel like pushing him around. What is that? Is this a 700 coming out? Try to break up the center now. I feel like I can bring a piece in. I feel like there's some tactics here. Because the bishop is cutting off the coordination. Wow, I've never seen a 700 play like this. This is crazy. Come on, dude. Huh. You're a 700. All right. All right. Oy. He could have taken the rook. Man, this guy's playing way too fast. World's strongest 700. Maybe you can teach me a lesson. All right. So your provisional 1500. All right. I don't know what was going on there. Is this how 700 play? Is this how 700s play nowadays? I mean, maybe I'm just out of touch. I don't know. Good game. You played very well. Very well. I don't believe you're 700. I mean, this was pretty bad. But these moves where you're pushing me around, I haven't played 700 as much, but you're definitely not 700. I'd say you're like 14 or 1500 at least. So you're doing very good. I would say just try to keep your pieces active, you know, especially if you have a space advantage like you did in the center. All right, let's go play. Let's play this guy, Capablanca. Okay. Your rating is 1500. You said you were 700. Big difference, buddy. I'm squeezing more lemon. All right. That's a good one. Hit the e4 pawn. Very good. Castle. He takes, I take with the d pawn. Oh, if you challenge me, maybe it's like an automatic thing, but please challenge me without an increment. I would just request that, because... Alright. Let's see here. Prevent kingside castling. What made you decide on Capablanca 666? We have a Satanist Capablanca fan. That's a unique combination. All right. Now he can castle. I need to play e5. The main decision here is where to put the light square bishop. Do you want to put it along this diagonal or along here? Because it can support the knight coming in here if he tries to play here. Decisions, decisions. I'm going to play it here. Yeah, Capablanca and Paul Morphy are probably my favorite players. Although I do like Alekhine, however you say that, Alekhine. I just say Alekhine. I do like his kind of lifestyle. All right, bishop or knight. I feel like bishop or knight, huh? Okay, I'll take here. Threaten it. He doesn't have a good way to come in, because if he goes here, I check, take with the rook, win a pawn. This bishop is pretty inactive compared to my bishop. Yeah, that's what I mean. Alekhine is... Yes. You could tell that he just worked his butt off at chess. And, you know, he won a lot. I just like the difference between... I would say I'm more of an Alekhine than Capablanca, who is like a natural genius. Alekhine just tried to work his butt off and, you know, think about chess all the time. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that. I should have pushed. That was so dumb. Why did I do that? I'm not making good decisions today. I really should have pushed that pawn. All right, whatever. All right. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have a choice, but I'm happy to go into a king and pawn endgame. Hopefully it's not a draw, though. Hopefully. All right, what to do here? Endgame strategy. I have an extra pawn on the king side, and I guess I have a 5-second increment. So, all right. Would it be a wrong decision to push these pawns? I feel like if I just start pushing here, it cuts off this square. So that would seem the right decision. Because he goes back there, I bring the king in, And now my pawns are controlling these squares. I have more pawns, thus more pawn moves, so I can get the initiative. Start pushing these pawns. He's gonna have to move his king at some point. If he takes, I take here. And then he has to yield. Oh, okay, well. Yeah. That just gets me a passed pawn in the H file. Alright, I'll play a friendly dinosaur again. E4. Oh, I should have... Okay, I was going to play D4. Let's play... Maybe the bishop's opening. Oh, come on. Why you got to play the right way? I wanted to play queen to H5. So we have a friendly dinosaur and a satanic Capablanca. What a weird day. Are any of you guys doing the puzzle storm? What's your maximum puzzle storm record, I guess? The most I was able to get was 57, but normally it's like 45. All right. This is like a Italian game. I want to prevent him from pinning that knight. He can play. I probably should have. Maybe theory is like bishop here, but just castle. I don't know why I played that. I probably should have just went back, but I feel like if he's going to take my bishop, I might as well have my knight more active. Hmm. 49? Damn, that's pretty good. Yeah, Puzzle Storm. It seems Lee Chess always kind of one-ups chess.com, even though chess.com has the original idea. I like that they add more time. It's a little more interesting that way. All right. I did lose my bishop. Then my pawn structure is a little weird, but I do have this semi-open file here. I'm not sure what to do exactly. I could reroute this knight. Try to get here. Maybe I'll just do that. I would like to play here, but he could just take tactics. Yeah, I mean, chess.com just has... I like chess.com, but it's just so... It's kind of an old coding, and the interface is so spastic. Like, there's a lot of information on the screen. I mean, like, look at this. It's so clean and simple. The app is the best for sure. All right, now I can play here. I feel like he could have rerouted his bishop and played d5, try to play in the center. And now he's going to try to play in the center. Maybe this causes him some problems, because now I have knight to h5. Oh, well, actually that doesn't work, but I mean I could take knight to h5 if he brings his queen over. Let's see. Yeah, now his pieces are a little awkward. I also like that Lee Chess, you know, kind of has a donation model. Okay, well, let's see. Now I take. I mean, these moves follow automatically. Here, bring the queen in here or here. I can bring his king in. Yeah, okay, but let's see. Bring the queen in. It's actually a pretty bad threat. And now I'm threatening check here. Oh, thank you for the here, I'll add some time. Sorry, I know I asked no increment, but I'll just give you some more time here. Just to finish it out for the defense. Yeah. I don't think there's a way to. Now, this would be a bad mistake because then he could play something like here, and I don't get the check. So I'm going to play here. Cut off everything. Now I'm threatening check and mate on g7. Yeah, okay. I didn't see a defense. Good game. Did I already play Gale? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna play d4. What is this? Perk defense? Hedgehog? What is this called? It's called Fianchetto. That would be funny if they gave chess openings like really ridiculous names like Fianchetto your bishop and then play c4. They kind of, I mean, they have cool names, much cooler than I could come up with. But you think chess openings would be really descriptive so you can remember them. The hedgehog is pretty descriptive. Sicilian, the Roy Lopez. What does that mean? Okay, queen to d2. Oh, I keep seeing everything right after I play it. I should have played e5. Well, what do I want to do here? Do I want to let him open the center? I mean, bishop to h6 seems logical. h4, should I castle? This is castle. I feel like, okay, so the knight on c6 kind of blocks. He should play here and then here, but it's a little slow. If he moves the h-pawn, kind of weakening. It just gives me more targets to attack. That makes logical sense. All right, do I feel like, can I just ignore it? Play h4, play h5. I'll just play here. At least that stops his counterplay for a couple more moves. I can take here even. We'll see. I always get nervous playing opposite side attacks. Even if you're doing well. It's very nerve-wracking. Because your opponent is just racing to checkmate you. It's very intimidating, or it can be. I would say that's why attacking is so powerful. Like, if you play passively, your opponent's just like, what? I can just take everything and have no problems. That's great. That was a good move. Oh, I should have played here. What to do? The queen seems logical. Alright, what to do here? Now I'm confused. I push, bishop goes back. Does that cut off all my counterplay? I open. I feel like just bringing the knight here. If he starts pushing pawns, then it just weakens his position. Chess for zebras. I do have this winning chess strategy. Here, I'll show you. I was teaching for the Nashville Chess Club last year. I have this winning chess strategy for kids. That's a pretty good book. Okay, I gotta be quicker here. I feel like there's a sack, but now I'm playing 3-0. I'm just gonna... This is probably losing, but... Because I get... Oh, dang it. I gotta calculate. Well. Okay. Now I have all kinds of threats. I can't believe this worked out. This is ridiculous. Take. Oh, that's checkmate. Alright, what? That game was very confusing. I did not know what was going on. I really want to look at that one actually now. Alright, let's see. So... Alright, I felt like... Okay, so let's see. Let's analyze this move. A3. So, okay, so see perfectly. You can learn a lot from your games. H5. So I didn't need to play A3. I was seeing ghosts. Although it does say that's the second move. H5. White still has an advantage. Alright. Alright, I should have took with the pawn. Okay, I should have took with the queen. It's funny to watch Stockfish work. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. Alright, let's see. So I guess knight takes h7. I guess that does work. It threatens the queen. Queen to g5. Wow. Alright. That's an interesting game. So why did black have problems? Sometimes it's hard to figure out. He was playing actively. I mean, what? Let's go earlier. Like, where did he go wrong? E5? No. Oh, yeah, okay, so I was talking about E5. I wanted to play E5. Alright, so I would say this move right here is not developing. So F6. Ah, interesting. White still has an advantage. Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like to play the perk kind of defenses. They're just passive. And it just allows white to not have problems. Although, having said that, you do get kind of a wing attack if you play it correctly. Normally, what you want to play is like, you know, C here, and then you play B5 with the pawn on D6. It's a little more aggressive where you hit here. But, all right. I think I'll play one more game, and then maybe I'll try to do a puzzle storm, and then go from there. I can feel my mind slowing down. All right, so I'm going to play... Let's see. I want to play here. Actually, let me play the perk. Having said that... Okay. Yeah, I mean... Yes, black is black is definitely the... If you're talking about the perk, I don't know what you're talking about necessarily. You're probably supposed to drink tequila with lime, but I like lemon. Oh, okay. Let's try that. So d6. He's playing well. Let's see, so I think this is... Alright, he castles kingside. Touche. I do the same. If I see opponents play here and then b5, you can still play b5, but now you kind of want to play in the center. Your opponent's... The white king is very safe on the king side in the perk. Alright. Yeah, okay. Very, very, very good. Yeah, of course. I probably should have moved the rook so I could play bishop here, but whatever, it's fine. I feel like playing queen 2 b6. Now he's going to play... Well, he can't play f4. Move his king, yeah. But I can play here. Control f5. It does weaken. I don't know if this is good. Okay, well, he's giving away some stuff. I think that gives away too much material. I was gonna say that I think the H file might have been a bad decision. He should have played king here. I don't know if you can play that. Yeah, it's a little too rushed of a king side thing. Let's see here. What do I want to play? Should I open up the F file? That seems a little dangerous. Centralize my queen. Okay. I think a tactic works here. Make sure there's no check. I think I can take here. Yeah, and then I'll win the queen if he takes. Okay. Although, I was going to say he could close... Actually, I think he could have won an exchange. You close my rook off. Your knight's here. You close my rook off with the bishop. Then I have no squares. Man, are you even able to win? Because you could bring here and then threaten... I don't know what I would have done about that. If he takes, then I take... Okay. Well, that just gives me a piece. Alright, I learned from the last game. If you have a passed pawn, you need to push it. Alright, let's see here. I think I get a checkmate. He has to, you have to give away a pawn. Even if you bring the rook, I check and it's mate. Good game. Good game. All right, let's see how you played that very well in the opening. Very well. Yes, yes. I've learned that the hard way. Sometimes it's actually best to bring your queen over to the queen side and play in the center in the queen side, and then you just kind of let your pieces do the work and you start an attack. And especially if your opponent's undeveloped, if you just start counterattacking in the center, then your opponent, let's see, okay, they have f4, they have the rook, they gave away their bishop to create dark square weaknesses. Normally they only have maybe a rook, a knight, and a queen, but you're able to swing over from the queen side or the center, and they're busy kind of neglecting the center and the queen side. So a lot of times, if their attack doesn't work, then you end up with a big advantage. But this game was quite interesting from the opening, because I feel like you played quite well. Yeah, so let's see. White, okay, so that was not the best move. Yeah, knight takes. White has an actual advantage, as is very common in the perk. That's why a lot of I guess you could say Carlsen plays it, but he has a lot of other skills that make up for that. All right, so wow. Bishop to h6 is actually not the best move. b3. Strange. Okay, I do like knight to e2, bringing a knight over to the king's side, preparing. All right, so queen to b6 is not among the things, but queen to c7 is. He takes. So actually that gives me an advantage. Wow, you can learn a lot from these computers. And I would say that's because, wow, that's very interesting. So you traded my dark square bishop to weaken my king side, but you actually weakened the f4 square. Wow. Yeah, exactly. He's weakening his own king side defenses. So now you have to play g3, and then you get the weak light squares. Wow, that's interesting. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes you get tunnel vision to say I'm going to weaken my opponent's king, but actually you're weakening your own by giving away your own defensive dark square bishop. Interesting. Okay, so here he's still okay. Yeah, g3 is a big mistake, giving away not only a pawn, but weakening your structure. Still, knight to e2 is good. Covering, yeah, that's how you'd want to cover the f4 square. I couldn't go to f4 then. So let's see, what do I do? Knight to e2. I could just play, I was going to say rook to d7. That's a big mistake. Queen to c7. Queen to c5. Oh, it's actually recommending you bring the knight back because it has no good square on f4. Yeah, you really want to be careful with pawn moves, especially in the early middle game, because that's what leads to a really strong attack. All right. I'll take one more game, and then I'll try one more puzzle storm. Okay. Ye Diab. Take it easy. Thank you. Thank you. I'll play the perk against you, too. Let's see what you do. Ooh, early attack. I don't know how to parry this. I mean, he's going to play knight. He's going to play the queen. I'm going to get mated in four moves. I'm only partially joking. What do I play here? Am I supposed to play? I don't like that. If I play here, he does play knight to g5. Whatever, I can play e6. All I need is knight to f6, hitting the e4 square. I am going to play e5 just because I'm a wimp. I don't like all those tactical complications from him pushing and... I don't know the exact reason, but I do think the pin with bishop to g5 does cause some problems. I think because he can bring the knight back. I don't know. I'm just going to go there. Well, now he's giving away a pawn. But I do think it causes some problems with bringing the knight back and then rerouting it to e5. And then you get this kind of structure. I mean, it just looks good to me. I probably well, no, I guess you want to bring the bishop back. I couldn't move the rook because he's hitting the f7 square. That just kind of ends all of his hopes and dreams. Oh, you had to play here. Now I can take, though. This is just a slaughter. Okay, so that's a perfect question. You're 1700. Sometimes you perform like a 2000 in tournaments. Okay, so well, thank you. I appreciate that. YDAB0217, the easiest name to say. Thanks so much, Q1X3PN7. That's why I try to have a simple name that people can say. Although ChessDiagnostic has a lot of kind of things to say. I do like hanging pawns. That's a great YouTube channel. I wish I would have thought of that name. It's just it just rolls off your tongue. Hanging pawns. I feel like people who are not native English speakers, they kind of know what's easy and not easy to say, whereas you kind of forget that. All right. He's threatening there. I would say, yeah. I mean, analyzing your games. Oh, that was a good move. Double attack, hitting my d6 pawn and b7. What do I do? Okay, I would say the consistency comes from the thought process, and you need to be disciplined on every move during a tournament, which you can't. That's why I talk about over the board chess. I talked about that in my chess study podcast, and somebody was saying, okay, I really got to move here. Somebody was saying that, that's how prove it that you need over the board chess to get better, and oh, I should have threatened him with the rook. Oh, I meant to go h5. All right, I gotta move quickly here. I have a bunch of material. I'm just gonna start rolling this pawn. Oh, free queen. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is discipline on every move. Okay, free rook. Take the pawn. Actually, I'll check him here. Oh. Let's try this. Check. Check. Can he stop it? I don't think so. All right. Yeah, okay, here, actually, let me get a book real quick. So people were leaving comments on some of my videos, and I checked it out, and it looks like the remote. So check out the Remote Chess Academy. Igor Smirnov, he has a lot of good stuff that actually I learned a lot from his videos. But I would say, because people were saying that what I'm talking about is just what other people talk about. No, this is just on YouTube. But actually, it's funny because I would say that a lot of the people who say that somebody came up with something first, or that they talked about it first. So this is the original version of Rapid Chess Improvement, and this is where I got the idea for the thought process. And he actually talks about in here, which he doesn't cover in the 400 points in 400 days. He has a chapter called How to Think on page 60. So this is it. How to Think right here. And he has an 8-step thought process, but it's basically a 4-step thought process because a lot of them is, number one is like make a physical movement to wake yourself up. Look at the board with like the chess vision. So what I kind of have my own thing from what works for me. That's what I share. And then step 8 is like make sure you press the clock. So I do find that playing at 2000, you need to be very consistent because as much as people, I think seeing all these grandmasters and international masters like playing, people kind of forget how hard it is to like, of course, to play at that level. They're kind of used to seeing these really strong players just talking and playing all the time, but that's not the average player. And if you do go to a tournament and you play a 2000 player, you'll see how hard it is to play those players. So yeah, I mean, that even at a 2,000 player is like 95 percentile. So top 5%, maybe even 2%, depending on how strong they're playing. So it's not easy, and it's more important than learning information is being very consistent. So, oh, nice. Okay. I will definitely check Chess for Zebras out. That sounds very interesting. All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna play this last game, and then I'm gonna do a Puzzle Storm, because my original goal was to get to 60 on Puzzle Storm, but that's probably not gonna happen tonight. I wouldn't recommend you get this book. This book is called Rapid Chess Improvement. They don't sell this book anymore. I got this when I was like 14. This was a long time ago. But he recommends that you study 1,000 tactics 7 times, which actually nowadays the book, what is it? The Woodpecker Method is actually probably the best thing about that. Yeah, Rapid Chess Improvement, correct. It's actually interesting. I mean, the 7 circles is what the Woodpecker Method is, and they don't really I have that book, and they don't give credit to Rapid Chess Improvement. So, I mean, you can't really say somebody invented something, but I will. Okay, don't take there. That's not a good idea. Actually, I will take here. Oh, you don't gotta give me more time. Come on. All right, let's see. What was I going to say? Yeah, Rapid Chess Improvement did invent the 7 circles, which is the idea of going through 1,000 tactics 7 times, which the Woodpecker Method is definitely way better because it gives you those positions, and it's on Chessable. But the more... Oh, I missed that. All right. Goodbye, E5 pawn. I will miss you. I will miss you. All right, so the Woodpecker Method is the 7 circles repackaged with the positions, but the whole thing is they say study these chess tactics, but what they miss in the Rapid Chess Improvement thing is he has other things that he talked about to get to 2,000. So chess.com, I would say a 2,000. Yeah, yes, definitely. I would agree with that. So in the original Rapid Chess Improvement, okay, now he's threatening on f7. There's 2 chapters. So he talks about the 7 circles, which is studying 1,000 tactics, and then he talks about how to think, and then he talks thoughts on becoming an expert, and he shares he doesn't just share, like, obviously he just says study tactics, but he also says he did learn some opening lines by studying his games and learning the proper moves in those positions, which is how I think you should study openings. I should say that if you have a line that you play, you should learn game by game how to play that opening. Like, don't miss an opportunity to learn, of course. All right, is this a double attack? Hitting the knight. Threatening d6. If he goes here, go d6. He goes knight. What do I do then? Do I win enough material Takes, takes. Takes, 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 takes. Let's see. Takes, queen takes. I think, let's see. So takes, queen takes. I play d6. He takes here. I take here. Queen takes here. I take... Alright, I think I see a line. I think if I take, I go here. I play here. Does that work? I don't think... I guess we'll find out. If he goes knight to d3... Alright, so what I see is I play here. After he moves the knight, I take, and then I get this discovery. Oh, you know, that's a great question. How do you think... Okay, let's see here. So... Alright, so seeing classical games. I remember when I was about 1400 and I looked at like Morphe games. It was like gibberish. Alright, so now I get a discovery. Yes, it's definitely exponential, I would say. I mean, for me, I've had points in the past 4 years where I was definitely playing at 2200 level. Okay. But to consistently play at 2200 level, for me, it's a lot more effort. You have to be a lot more accurate, even more consistent. But I would say don't worry about rating and don't necessarily worry about like skill, or just worry about, you know, learning and applying a thought process and learning specific... Oh, should have just went there. Dang it. Okay, let's see. I gotta move quickly here. I will say thank you, Friendly Dinosaur, for that extra 30 seconds. That was really bad. Okay. Alright, good game. Good game. Good game. You won. You won. You beat me. I'm vanquished. You took my e5 pawn, and then you took the game after being generous with your time. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I was a little confused here actually. Let's see. I mean, I should have just went bishop to b4 and won the rook. You were good for seeing that checkmate though. You brought the knight back and then you interposed. Because otherwise, if you would have moved the knight somewhere, take, and then I would get checkmate here. Yeah, that's kind of a hard tactic to see in a calculation, actually. It's kind of like, I saw that. So, okay, let's look at here. So I have to do the analysis board. Yeah, sorry. So I have multiple things going on. So the classical chess, what I would say is you should focus on don't try to memorize games. Try to, like, I'm not trying to make it simplified. I'm trying to help you actually get a very deep understanding of the games by saying focus on how the old players study old games, and focus on how they increase their activity, how their opponents have bad defenses, and you'll learn a lot from that. And play guess the move with those kind of games. And yeah, it's going to be some work, but it should be fun. If it's not fun, then don't do it. I mean, that's all I would say about that. How many years? So I started playing tournament chess in 2004, and I got to 2000 in 2016. I stopped playing In 2006, from 2000 to 2008, I went from 1400 to 1600 in about 6 months. And then I took a break till 2012. I went from 1600 to 1800, and then I played in the Millionaire Chess about 4 years later after taking another 4-year break. So I've taken long breaks over time. All right, so but I would say you could probably become 2000 in like, it depends on your age, I guess, but you could probably become 2000 in 4 to 5 years if you. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I mean, playing Blitz, I've wasted a lot of time just having fun. So I really like classical because you can sit there and you can. That's really the only times that I've had leaps in playing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of help, but I would say that there's also information overload. It's actually better to know less positions deeply than it is to know a ton of information. All right, so I was gonna say here, if he takes with the queen, and then I play d6, he can. If he brings the knight back, yeah, okay, that's what I was talking about. So then you actually have a lot more problems. So he did bring the knight back to the proper square. Let's see. Oh, actually, he could have saved it. So it's actually recommending he just takes. Interesting. Maybe it didn't look at it long enough, though. Okay, so knight back. Yeah, and then the tactic is if he takes here, I get this discovery of the queen with a check, and you win the queen. So he did see that. All right, let me try this puzzle storm here. I'm going to make the board a little smaller so I can move quickly. All right. Oh. All right, I got to start over again. That was bad. Checkmate. Win the bishop. Checkmate. Win the queen for a rook. Fork. Checkmate. Then you check with the rook, bishop. Okay, it's a 1 king and pawn endgame. Oh, take mate. What to do here? If I push the pawn, he takes it. I just push the pawn? Okay. Win the rook. Win a piece. What is going on here? Oh, takes, wins a rook. Check, wins a queen. Deflect the king away, push the pawn. Really? Okay, checkmate. Win the rook. Okay. Win the knight. It's a little tedious. Okay, let's see. What was that? Oh, my dog's making his bed. Now I'm definitely going to lose here. So knight check, takes. Check. Checkmate. All right, let me balance this a little more. So I couldn't check there. What am I missing? Check. No? Okay. That's a cool pattern. Is that a queen trap? That is a queen trap. I'm going way too slow for this one. That is a queen trap too, isn't it? It's interesting how there's a direct correlation between how fast you can do these and your rating. At the same time, though, let's see. Calculation is rationalizing. I mean, chess is a logical game, so I think you can apply a lot of logic to it. But yeah, I mean, if somebody knows more information than you do about a specific position, that's when it kind of breaks apart. If you're willing to learn that information and study, then that's a definite competitive advantage. So there's also that, but you don't live forever. That's what I would say. Is the person leaving me a thumbs down because I said that chess is logical? That person must be very illogical. That's what I would say. All right, so there was a group that followed the rapid chess improvement thing called the Knights Errant. I don't know how you say that, but they basically found that most of the people who did that got to 1800 and then they never got to like 2000. And I also think because they didn't follow, like nobody ever talked about learning the one move a game opening repertoire, which is talked about in the book. Nobody on the blogs talked about the consistent thought process. And that's actually what got me interested in all that stuff. The Remote Chess Academy has a lot of videos on their YouTube channel talk about that. There's other people who talk about that too. So I don't know what you mean by falsifying data. You mean like solving lines? I mean, we're not data scientists here. All right, let's see. What am I trying to do here? Double attack. Okay. Takes with the queen. What is this music? I think I'm on a different. I'm gonna do the Andy Shelf playlist. All right, playlist. Oh, I like this guy's music, so let's see. Oh, I was in the middle of a puzzle storm, wasn't I? Where am I? Where is it? There we go. I'm gonna start over. I mean, it's almost as interesting to me how people learn chess as actually being good at chess. I mean, I do it as kind of an experiment. Like me getting to 2000 and was actually saying if I spend, because I spent 4 months. Okay, this is distracting. Maybe I'm gonna go back to the oldies channel. Let's see. somebody singing is very distracting. Well, let me go back a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. I did for 3 or 4 months when I went from 1800 and won the under 2000 section of the Millionaire Chess. Is when that's when I studied very structured, and I focused on studying master games, the looking at master games with a thought process, kind of doing a guess the move, and then kind of editing my thinking when I would get it wrong and say, okay, and then I would look at it with the computer and say, well, the computer says that move that I thought was fine was actually fine. And so you learn that way. And of course, I solved a lot of tactics, but I mostly tried to be very consistent. That kind of broke down when, all right, let's see. I got somebody new here. Crag Junkie. All right, I'm going to play D4 for you. Yeah, I mean, chess can definitely be an art. It's very fun. But that's why I don't think it's like a data science thing. I don't think. And also, I mean, the truth is you can play at any level and you can get a good game. So the obsession with skill, for me, it's not necessarily trying to like become world champion. I get that, but it's more the reason I would like to develop chess skill is so that I can play good games and, you know, kind of express yourself better. It's like a language. If you know more, then you can express yourself better. But you know, it's diminishing returns, I would say. All right, he's threatening there. How to defend it? If I play here, it blocks my bishop, but then I can play c3. If I play here... Actually, this would be a similar structure to the Sicilian Khan. And I get full development. If he takes the knight on c3, then I get the dark square bishop. Although he can play d5. Now it's fine. Especially with the pawn on e5, it's a little worse than the Sicilian Khan with the pawn on e6. Especially if he trades this knight, so... I think it can be summed up in that you know some opening knowledge, you have some general principles that you follow, and of course tactical skills that you want to develop, and then you have a thought process to apply it. So I think that's very, very useful. I figure if he takes on c3, I could bring the bishop in, and maybe he could win c3, but I'll win d6. Bring my knight in. With a tempo. Now he has to move the queen. Yeah, I'll definitely check out Chess for Zebras. Why is it called Chess for Zebras? That's a weird name. Very weird name. Let me see. Oh. Where am I? Okay. Actually, here's a double threat. Play bishop. I don't know. This will be quite complicated. Let's see what happens here. The latent threat here is bishop takes knight. And now I win the queen. with a check. So I was going to say he moves... Let's say he moves the bishop. Well, he can't do that. Let's say he moves the rook. I would take the bishop. He takes here, and then I would take the bishop here. So I would win I would win 2 pieces for a rook. I think that's what I calculated. All right, I guess I have to take with the king. The queen was protecting that knight. And now I win the bishop. Check on the king and the bishop. Maybe I'll just take this, simplify the game. That's probably not the best, but I always just like to trade down. Takes, takes, takes. All right, now I kind of got him locked in a box. Oh, wait. No. I gotta watch Stalemate. All right, come on. I need to do it with check. Okay. There we go. That would have been stalemate if I draw a queen. All right, well, thanks for attending this stream. Anybody who was here, it's been quite fun. Let me see here. I'm not sure if I'm going to end it. I just want to figure out how to get on Twitch. I don't know how to do both. I don't think you can do both with OBS. So, let's see here. Looks like I ain't got any more challenges. The puzzle storm thing is kind of frustrating because my mouse is slow. I'm a little slow myself here calculating the stuff. So I don't think I'm going to reach 60. But I do want to get to like 50 consistently. Chris Revenge. It's an intimidating name if your last name is Revenge. Like Andrew, I will kill you. Like... That sounds kind of aggressive. Then you say, what did you just say? You said, well, that's my name. You have a problem with my name? I'm probably the only one who finds that funny. I don't know why I'm streaming that. I honestly don't care about subs or anything. Like, if people want to follow along, I mean, my whole focus, the streaming thing is totally new to me. I mean, I did start an account 4 years ago. I've streamed over the years, but the whole like streaming all day, every day, all the time. I mean, I would love to just focus on making quality content, so that's kind of what I'm doing. But I do streaming is fun. I spend a lot of time playing chess, and so I figured, why not go live while doing it. But it's definitely a skill. I mean, I kind of lose focus, as you can see. All right, he's checking me, developing the bishop. Do I want to do the knight or the bishop? I think the bishop. All right, castle. H4. I feel like playing D4. I mean, this is not in the spirit of the position. Maybe even No, that doesn't work. Let's just chase his knight back. Because he can't go to e4. Yeah, I mean, making content just to make content is not something I'm interested in. But I mean, streaming, if somebody wants to watch and have fun doing that and, play, then that's fine with me. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. I shouldn't judge it. I love I love technology. I love crypto. I love a lot of the new stuff. I've been in that world for many years, to be honest. Is that winning a knight? This wins a knight, right? B5. Actually, that's even worse than I thought. So, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm missing something. He really had to bring his knight here and then play d3. That looks really bad. Or even, I guess, go bring the knight to a3. Yeah. Actually, I mean, I've been doing that for years. I had some go back and look at my old videos. I had some collaborations. There was a YouTuber, Snatch Payto. He's been around for a long time. He actually got to like 2200. We had a blitz battle for about an hour or two. I think that was on Twitch. Oh, that was like in 2016 or 2017 because we were around the same level. All right, he's getting 2 pawns. Do I take with the knight? I'll take with the knight. Yeah, I mean it's absolutely incredible to me to see how there's like so many GMs and stuff streaming. It's awesome. I've learned a lot from the banter blitz, to be honest. Like those kind of things are just so cool to watch. Now I win a pawn. I would say Chess 24. The 2 banter blitz I've been most impressed with was Daniil Dubov and Sergei Karyakin. Sergei Karyakin, his banter blitz is the best I've ever seen. He literally talks about like all his plans. He talks about everything very accurately, and he just like that guy is someone you wouldn't think would be a great English language streamer, who actually you learn from. But he's probably the best I've seen. I mean, seeing like top grandmasters just giving their thoughts, no other time in history. It's incredible. Hit the queen. If he goes here, okay. Dang it. Dang it. All right, I gotta focus. There had to be some more accurate way. I mean, I'm up too much material though. Good game, Chris Revenge. Just promise me you're not gonna get revenge somehow, on or off the board. In current time, let me think. Maybe this is not current, but Botvinnik is one of my favorite players. Capablanca and Morphe for sure are I would say older players before the computer age. I mean, Fischer is great and he's very principled, but he's also incredibly complicated because he was so skilled. Kasparov, the piece activity thing is the first time I ever heard about that was actually from a Kasparov quote. I'm not sure if it's actually attributed, but I saw it online where Kasparov said the main idea of chess is piece activity. And actually, Botvinnik talks a lot about logic in chess, thought processes, never playing blitz. He's kind of the master of like use it because he was a full-time engineer. He wasn't a I mean, he was a chess professional, but he wasn't a full-time chess professional, and he was able to be world champion by being very focused and disciplined in his thinking. And I mean, everybody, you can have your own method of playing chess. You don't have to follow somebody else, but of course, learn from as many people as you can. All right. Let's see. Puzzles. I don't know if I'm mentally ready to do that. I don't even know if I can play some bullet. I'm probably not in the right mind to play bullet. Let's see if I can get a bullet game or two. Call it a night. All right, I gotta focus on moving quickly. This guy beat me before. Oh boy. Oh, chess is so brutal. It's just so brutal. Is this guy gonna be one of like those 1300s? Some of these all right, let's see. All right, at least he's not castled. Take, maybe win a pawn. I'll have to look at the game that he beat me, because now I'm actually curious. I was gonna say some of these players who are like 1500 bullet, they're like women international masters. They're like 2200 candidate masters. It's shocking. All right. He's losing too much material now. Just make sure I don't get mated. You know, I'm just going to take everything. I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy. All right, let's see how he beat me. Bullet. All right, I was black. Oh no, I was white. Okay. All right, traded queens. I played ridiculous. Looks like I was winning. Black has an advantage. Now white has an advantage. Okay. Where did I go wrong? Oh, I should have just took the knight. What is going on? So I just lost on time. All right. He won. Oh, yeah, I heard Fabiano's. I haven't watched his yet, though, but I did hear that his was really good. Yeah, let me think. Favorite player in current time? I mean, Nakamura is... he's incredibly skilled at tactics. It's just like, I think he doesn't even understand how people can't see the stuff he sees. But he talked about, like, it's not really memorizing a million games. It's more applying general principles and having, you know, tactical knowledge and skill. And I think that is a large part of it. It's like, once you have the basic ideas that you need to apply, if you have the tactical skill and the clarity of thought, then you can basically solve any position in a game. So, I mean, Nakamura is definitely up there. Let me think. I mean, Magnus Carlsen has a bunch of great games, but they don't really talk about how they think. I like players that are kind of... Daniel Dubov, he has talked about that in his banter blitz. I love his style. It's very aggressive and attacking. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about a specific player necessarily. Oh, okay. Let me go back to this bullet. I don't know if I can move quick enough. Trying to balance this mic here. There we go. Okay. Braffos. E4. All right. Let's try it. I think he loses too much material. Now I'm threatening the bishop. I just take. Check. I can take there. Take there. If I can trade queens, then I mean, it's all over. Oh, I should have just... Well, that wins it all anyway. I'll just take here. He has no... Okay. Checkmate. Those can be dangerous attacks, though. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, the great predecessors. Just do part one. Part one of great predecessors. You don't have to go over every variation, but I mean, any book about classic master games is kind of unnecessary with my great predecessors, because he covers all of the old analysis as well as his analysis. Like, he'll reference Zucker Torret or something from the 1800s, and then he'll talk about his own analysis. So that's very interesting. All right, I got to move quicker here. I'm going to stop playing bullet. I'm moving too slow here. All right, I get this check. I don't know why. This looks pretty bad for him, but... Is there a checkmate? Maybe. Now I'm threatening here. Check. Make sure he doesn't have something. Oh, I gotta move quickly. Oh, I just dropped my queen. That was not good. That was really bad. What is that? Ugh, that is so bad. I lost focus there. I mean, I was winning, but I just... Zat, you just give away a piece? Ugh, Blitz is just disgusting sometimes. I don't even know what players are doing. You just give away pieces and you get confused. Ugh, alright. That's annoying. Bullet is especially addicting because there's an adrenaline rush for sure. All right, I'm losing it. Thanks for coming to the stream. I'm gonna be doing this more regularly, and I'll be putting out day 6 of 28 days to level up your chess tactics, master level chess tactics. Check that out, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.